Okay, gentlemen, I think if everyone's ready to get underway, should we make a start?
Sure.
Perfect. All
Sounds
right.
good, Sam. Well, you'll just continue to feed those whoever turns up late to come on in.
Absolutely.
Nice. Good stuff. Well, yeah, just like to extend a warm welcome to all those that have joined for us today for this introductory webinar. Those who may have or may not have met me before, so I'm Jim Crawshaw, General Manager here at PSI brand. So, yeah, one of the boys in the family business here, and we run a background in manufacturing and plastics, from rotational molding through to injection molding. Largely, PSI brand is all about enhancing the brand on your plastics, and so part of that has been our involvement in recent years with Stoner, which is a mold surface coating specialist based in Pennsylvania, USA. And they have been an incredible partner in just helping our customers with release agents, mold surface protectants, and cleaners, largely, like I say, but more recently into injection molding. So today on the call, we have Tom Muldowney from the United States joining us. So I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to Tom. Thank you for calling all the way in from the States today, Tom.
Thank you, Jim.
And yeah, obviously we've got Sam who's going to run through our slides with us. We expect it to be around about 20-30 minutes, allowing for any questions at the end. So yeah, for no further ado, let's kick into it, Sam?
Sounds good.
Nice. So yeah, just kicking off there with our strap line, which branded for keeps easy. So as I mentioned, all about building better brands, helping you enhance your brand, and part of doing that is having your products pop out of the mold looking as good as they'll be. So in our blood is the old plastic. We started out as rotor molders, as I mentioned, and but now enhancing now the lives of blow molders and injection molders, thermoformers. So largely it's been around our branding systems such as QR codes, serial numbering, RFID, and permanent graphics for plastics. Logos, warning, sign and safety, track and traceability. We've done a lot too in the space of online training and master classes to assist with that. But yeah, getting on to the exciting stuff, which I know you're all on here today to find out about, is Stoner and their molding solutions. So Tom, I'll let you take the floor from here.
Thank you, Jim and Sam. So today I'm going to take you through the Stoner history. We're going to talk about our different molding categories so you know a little bit more about what we do. And then we're going to really zero in on the products that are going to help you in your injection molding process. So let's get started. So we have an unusual name, Stoner. I'm coming to you from Colorado, and Stoner is famous for different things here in Colorado. But the reason that we're called Stoner is that gentleman there, and his name is Paul Stoner. So we're a family business, and Paul was born in 1914, and he was actually an orphan, but he graduated from university with a degree in chemical engineering. He had a son who was also a chemical engineer and a grandson who's owned our company and operated it for over 35 years, who's also a chemical engineer. And so Paul got involved in the very, very early days of plastics. And so we have a big facility in Pennsylvania, about 2.5 hours west of New York City, and we make and distribute all of our products globally from there. And quality has been a big thing for us. In the early days, we started to compete in quality competitions, and up to the point where we actually competed and won the Malcolm Baldrige Quality Award, which is the highest quality award in the United States, and it's actually given to the company by the president. So what this means today is about 4 or 5 years ago, we needed to sell in Indonesia, but we needed ISO certification. So our quality systems are so buttoned down that we were able to get 9001 in about 90 days. And so when you get products from us, we seldom have an aerosol can that doesn't spray or any kind of quality issues. And so see those products in the top right? Those are some of our first aerosol mold releases, many of them for injection molding. And today, plastics and composites are our two biggest categories, with injection molding, rotational molding. In composites, most of the fiberglass boats that are built in Asia, I normally work from Hong Kong, are released with one of our paste waxes. The most automotive belts and hoses under the hoods of your cars are released with a Stoner mold release. We also are very big in polyurethane and also investment casting. If you buy any kind of major golf club, the head is probably cast with one of our investment releases. And so today, now we're going to talk about the injection molding system, and it's a complete system that has evolved over 80 years to include cleaners, releases, cleaning again in the system, and of course, protection. So our E206 is the best-selling silicone mold release in the United States. We have different grades of silicone, and this is a medium grade, and it fits 80% of the applications out there. And it's perfect for plastics, rubber, even uses on waxes in investment casting. And it can be used in all kinds of different applications. So it's normally, if you want a silicone release, this is the one we start with. Okay. And then I'll show you a little bit about how it's used in an actual factory. Okay. Oh, we're going to roll film in a second. So here we go. Thanks, Sam. And as you might have caught there, E206 and most of our silicone releases are also food grade, which is important in many applications. Okay. So there are applications where you need to paint a part or print on a part, and there are some applications where you don't want silicone in the process or an oil. So people want a PTFE or dry film release. So we developed E408, which is perfect for that. And it can be used again on rubber, plastics, and even on composites. And it's a really versatile PTFE product. And then we have other people who, again, they want a food grade mold release where they can use the product that on applications like for laptop keys, where it might be painted or printed, or you have to bond it and you don't want to clean it. So our rocket release is our general purpose, paintable, printable, food grade product. And then there are high temperature applications where you need all the advantages of rocket release, but you need to go to 315 degrees C, and that's where people use our zero stick release. So with any of our aerosol mold releases, they're so easy to use, just like you saw in that little video. You shake the can well, you hold it about 10 to 12 inches from the mold surface. You just mist on a really fine coating. And then when you need to clean, you use one of our cleaners, which I'll show you in a couple of slides. So that is our general purpose releases for injection molding. Those are where you want to start. And then if you run into some sort of a situation, ask the team in New Zealand and we'll get you an answer in 24 hours. But these 4 products will cover 90% of the applications that you run it up against. So for general purpose silicone, E206. If you want a dry product, E408. If you're going to paint, print, or bond parts, and it's a normal temperature range, E302. And if you need high temperature, E342. It's that simple. Okay, so then you need to clean parts. And our best-selling cleaner in the entire company is called Cut. And it's a non-chlorinated, a very economical and cost-effective product. And typically, like we showed you in that little film where the guy was applying E206, the operator would keep this by his side. And if parts start to stick, he'd spray that part of the mold, wipe it with a microfiber. And this product works on grease, wax, silicone oil, tar, and of course, it will also remove release agents. So all you do is spray it on the mold and then wipe it with a cloth. And we'll show you how well it works in a second. So these are actual before and after pictures. And you just spray it on, let it dwell for a little bit, and then wipe it with a microfiber. And it's an incredibly effective product. So here's a little film. Okay. So then we were asked in the US by some automotive parts components makers for an even faster coming out of the can product that they could use to replace trichloroethylene that they were using on their hardest to clean parts. So we developed this product called A499, and A499 is a highly charged can, and it's a really aggressive formula, but it's safe and it comes out of the can very, very quickly. And we'll show you how that looks on some parts. So you just spray it on the part, and it has a lot of power coming out of the can to really flush away stubborn bonded on things on the tooling. And we'll show you how it works. So if you're looking for a really cost-effective everyday cleaner, we would start with Cut. And then if Cut didn't work or it's a really rigorous application, then go to A499. Okay, so we have a really simple line to use for most injection molding applications. You just hold the product about 8 to 10 inches from the mold surface. You spray it on. You allow it to dwell for a little bit, let it sit on the part, and then you wipe it with a microfiber. And then if you're returning the molds, let's say to storage, you would use one of our 2 rust preventatives, which we'll talk about in a second, to help surface rust from coming back. Okay. So that gets us to the rust preventative part of the system. So we came up with a rust preventative called A612, And this is for short-term protection. And so how it's typically used is, let's say you work Monday through Friday, and you don't want the molds. It's the summertime and it's very humid. You don't want the molds to get some rust on them. So you spray the tooling with A612. You start up on Monday morning. You make 2 or 3 parts, and you don't even have to clean the mold. You can go right into your weekly cycle. So it's really a very useful product. But we also know that you have molds that you put away when you're done with a job, and maybe you bring them out in a month or so, or even a year from now. So we have a heavy-duty wax-based product called A677, and you spray that on, and then you can put the molds into storage. They will not rust. But when you want to return them to use, we recommend that you use cut or A499 to clean off the rust preventative and start running parts again. So one of the things we've done is we have partnered with PSI to build a kit that has all of the best usable products that we talked about today in one kit, and you bring it into your factory, and whatever comes up, you pretty much have the answer in that do-it-right kit. So we'll show you a little bit about that. And these are available immediately in New Zealand. Okay, so that really, the video really kind of summarizes the whole system. It's very simple, easy to use, and if you have some problem that you can't solve with these products, just ask the PSI team, and we'll get you an answer in 24 hours. These products are backed by about 200 other products for various molding situations. So chances are we have a way to solve your problem, whatever it might be.
That's awesome. Thanks, Tom. I'll think about Stoner next time I have a game of golf. Haven't heard that one before. That's great. But I think for our attendees as well, if they've got any questions right now, feel free to unmute or pop something in the chat. Well, I've got our guru Tom with us. From here, we just want to thank you very much for your interest thus far. And obviously how to get your hands on one of these kits. We will be following up with an email with some details on how to get your hands on one of those kits. We have them available online. So yeah, look forward to assisting really with injection molders, blow molders, thermoformers out there, ensuring they can get beautiful parts every cycle. Any questions coming at all, Sam? If not, we can.
Yeah, no questions. Yeah, but just obviously we'll be shooting through a screen recording of this shortly. Any questions, please just feel free to bounce those back to us. We'd love to help with any questions or any sort of ideas or questions around getting started with Stoner.
Really keen to know how well this presentation came across as well. Just we're always about improving and bringing maximum value to anyone that shows interest in our products and company. So we will be asking for your feedback on how we can improve, or whether this was appropriate, whether it did meet your needs, or if there's anything we missed that you might would like to see in the future.
Jim, can I ask one question of the group? What brand of releases are you using now?
Which brand of releases like that we have available?
Yeah, so the different participants, what are they using now in their as their injection mold release?
Yeah, if you don't feel comfortable unmuting as well, guys, you can just pop that in the chat if you would like.
Yeah, just put it in the chat.
Yeah, I think just to kick things off, I think one that we came across on one or maybe two occasions was Slide. So maybe did you want to just sort of speak to that a little bit, Tom?
Yeah, so Slide is a very good company. They're also located in Pennsylvania, where we are, and we run into them at the National Plastic Show all the time. I work mostly out of Hong Kong. I just happen to be in the U.S. Today, and we don't see Slide a lot, like in China, Thailand, Taiwan, places like that. They're a little bit smaller company than ours, and they're, so they probably show up in the predominantly English-speaking markets.
Okay.
See some see?
Yeah, so Yadwinda said they use Slide, and then Monish said we use CRC Ambersil mold protection.
Okay. Yeah, CRC is another great company. They're very global. Oddly enough, they're also from Pennsylvania, and so
something in the water.
I do see them a little bit in Asia, and they're very strong when you go to Scandinavia and in Europe. because they've been around a long time. And, very good products.
Nice. We're always keen to see how they actually compare in real life applications. So, like I say, we will be following up on advice on how to get your hands on some of these samples. For now, we're obviously doing our best to introduce these products to our Kiwi friends. So, yeah, look forward to assisting on that front.
Okay, great. And PSI has been an incredibly great partner for us. We actually got to know them because they pioneered a water-based release for the rotational molding, and we started to distribute it in the United States because it was so good.
That's it. Yeah, no, it's an awesome partnership. All right, came about I think just prior to COVID or around COVID times. So late 2019, early 2020. So here we are, 4 years on, rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm going to go have my dinner.
Okay. I'm sure everyone's going to go enjoy their pie here in New Zealand, and it's a cold winter's day. Thanks all for attending. Much appreciated.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, team. See you. Bye.